Hi there again, everybody, and welcome back to our Enterprise NX-01 build-up from Polar Lights. Well, I haven't been able to spend as much time on the model as I thought the last couple days, but this evening I was able to finally come out here and put in some time on it, and I just wanted to show you guys that this thing is all completely finished up now. I finished up adding all these really small decals, and boy, that's a lot of time in those. They took just about as long to put on as the Aztecs themselves. And you can see it all over on the model here. There's these little rectangle shapes, and you have some really cool pinstriping here that goes on the sides here and across and in these patterns, and just all of it turned out really, really good. I didn't have any issues with it at all. It came out nice and straight and no wrinkles, and there are a couple little small little bubbles on it here and there, but they're really tiny. You can barely notice them. That's almost unavoidable when you're putting that much decal on. One last thing I'll do is I'll wet sand this thing. I sprayed some clear on it this morning before I left for work and sealed it all down. And what I was doing is I was kind of going back and forth between whether I liked it totally glossy or whether I liked it dull, and I just wasn't happy with either one when I tried both. And so what I wound up doing is this morning I sprayed it down with a coat of gloss clear, and before it completely dried I hit it with some dull coat at the same time before that dried, and I got kind of a mix. And I think that worked really well, and what it did is it gives, if you look at it, you can still see that it has a nice kind of shimmer on it here and there where it is not totally dull, and it's not so glossy that it looks like glass either, which I didn't like that when I saw it with too much gloss on it. And so that worked really, really good. And again, it's a beast as far as the decals go. And let me turn this thing over, which is no easy task, and I'll show you the bottom side, which you really couldn't see it too well in that last shot that I showed you from the other video, but you can see that there's just tons of detail on this baby. I really love this thing. This is going to be one of my favorite models, I think, once I get this all finished up. With the lights on, and when you look at all the detail that are on this model, it's just a fantastic ship, and it gives me a whole new appreciation for it. Never was really that impressed with it after seeing the show, but in reality, and this scale and everything, it's just awesome. And you can see you've got nice little red pinstripes around the photon banks, and just really, really cool details on it all over the place. And so I'm really pleased. Like I said, you've got the nice red pinstriping on the bottom of the nacelles there, and just detail after detail on this thing. So that's really great, and I'm really hoping that a lot of people will give this kit another chance, especially since Polar Lights has decided to re-release it. And hopefully A Creation will have the decals available, and maybe we'll even see, it'd be nice if Polar Lights would include the Aztec set with the model. If they're not going to do anything to the model itself, throw the Aztecs in there with it, guys. We'd really like to see that, so you don't have to worry about it separately, and like you did on the refit, and that would be great. But I'll come back on the final video of this and give a little bit more detail about the what I encountered with it as far as the assembly and everything goes. Quick note, I went back and as I mentioned earlier, I drilled out these little holes on some of these little details here, put some crystal clear in there, and tinted that with some Tamiya clear blue. And when I turn the lights on again on the last video, you'll see that that came out really, really cool, and added a nice little feature to that. Over here's the base that I'm working on, and I went to Hobby Lobby and bought this nice wooden base. I've already stained it, and I've cleared it, so it's got a nice gloss on it. And I talked about this little piece here last time. I've got these holes filled in, and what the plan is the mounting rod will go straight through this, down into the wood, and it'll all be secured. And I was originally planning to drill out some holes on this to get some light, but what I decided to do now is I'm going to light block this from the inside with some black and then some white, so the light will bounce around in there really good. And I'm going to mask off these edges all the way around here. And so what I'm hoping for is that when I kick the light, and then I'll spray the outside of this with a light coat of silver. And what I'm hoping for is that I'll get just this silhouette, the edge of this, lighting up in a nice neon kind of a blue look. And I think that'll look really, really awesome with the model above it. And hopefully that'll turn out well. Wish me luck on that one. So again, I just wanted to mention again, thanks for all the support and the comments, guys. I really appreciate it. This model was a challenge. It's one of the more ambitious projects that I've tackled, probably besides the Reliant, and I really Appreciate all the positive feedback I got on it. It's a beast of a model, and there are some challenges on it, but with the support of the guys over at SFMA, looking around on YouTube and other places like that, I was able to turn out a pretty decent model here at the end. So without that community out there, it'd be really hard to do these days. So anyways, appreciate that, guys. I'll catch up with you again towards the weekend. We'll come back with the final video, and it'll show the model all finished up and mounted on the base and everything looking ship shape. Hopefully we have no problems. And so we'll see you then. All right, guys, that's going to do it. And until we see you next time, take care out there, everybody. Happy modeling, and we'll see you later.